Yeah, say hi.
Hi. This is how to rig up and maybe rig down a 1978 Zuma sailboat for the family. So first, the boat will probably be up in the cottage. Take everything out of it. 2 big men or 3 medium-sized people carry it down to the water's edge. Then you bring everything else down for the boat, like the 2-piece mast. So while the mast is out of the boat, you put it together, okay? It just fits together, okay? Boom, put it together, and you take this red line and you feed it through a loop at the end of the sail, okay? This hoists the main sheet, okay, this line. Then you run, now you notice there's a line towards the front of the boat and to the back of the boat. Okay, that's once to the front, once to the back. So then you take the mast and you drop it down into the boat. Now you tie the main sheet to the rope that you just put through there, and this rope is the one that's towards the front of the boat. This is towards the front because the zipper side is towards the back. So this should go up and is pointing on towards the front of the boat. And then you pull up the sail while you zip it, okay? You tie this to here, you start the zipper, and then you pull up the rope. This goes inside there, inside the pocket, and you start zipping. Don't forget the zip. This might be a little easier if the thing is not rigged up the way I have it. I have it rigged up so that I can give you a quicker story. Once the sail is up, you tie it off. And I think this is called a cleat. Then next thing you could do, well, I think what I'm going to do next is turn the boat around.
All right, where am I going? Backing away.
These lines that I'm going to be using should be in this bag.
Oops.
They
Sorry.
should be labeled Vang, V-A-N-G. That line goes in here. And There's another one for the Cunningham line and the outhaul. So those will be labeled in this bag. And the reason I gotta turn the boat around is because it's getting wind. So I can't rig it up. It's gonna be taken on sail.
Okay, so
I gotta turn the boat around so that it's downwind.
while he does that, I'm gonna get myself out of the way and
You're
get
in the way there.
view of the nice view of the lake. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Gorgeous beach. Okay, coming back to Henry and the Zuma.
That might be enough.
Okay, so where am I going now, sweetie pie? Let me come over here. Okay.
Next thing you can do is put up the outhaul. So what you do is you put the boom in this female part right here, male part right here, and you take your outhaul rope and tie it. You take the outhaul rope and run it through here and tie off a few inches. Then you run it through here and through this loop, through this eye here, and through the sail and tie it off. So now when you tighten this rope, it pulls on the sail. Okay? Through here.
I'm sorry, that was over there. Yep.
Through the eye, through the sail, and then tie it off to the other eye. So now this is tied off. So this is the outhaul rope. Now we also use this outhaul rope for the crew, or the clew, the C-L-E-W. That's another rope that you tie the main sheet down with. So I just take the excess from the outhaul rope and wrap it through, put it through the main sheet, through 3 times, and then tie it off again so that this is held down. This can still move back and forth if you want to loosen the sail by the outhaul. So I can loosen the outhaul, and that should let me move the sail. See? And then I can tighten the outhaul, and that pulls the sail this way. And then this line is able to move. Now this is how the boom is held against the mast. You have to have the outhaul tight. So I'm going to tighten that up. Okay, that's tight now. So that's the outhaul rope. Then here's the bang line.
The other side, okay.
The bang line keeps the boom from coming up too high. So the first thing you do is you tie the bang line to this thing here. Tie it off. Run it through the small pulley that's closest. Back up. Through this again. Then down through the big pulley and into this V-shaped cleat. So you can tighten this down. So I'm tightening it down now. This is getting tight. And then that keeps it in place. That's the bang line. Then there's the Cunningham. So this is the Cunningham line right here. It should be in that bag labeled with a piece of cloth saying Cunningham. So the Cunningham line's tied to the main sheet. You pull that down and tighten it up.
So it's only going through that little black thing and then over to this
through here
secure thing.
and through here.
Yeah.
And you're all done. Well, I guess not. This line is the main sheet. It goes through this pulley. Either way through the pulley, as far as I know. I guess I have it because this pulley can go this way or that way. It's swivel, so there's no right or wrong way to put it through. Then through this pulley. Then through this pulley. Down through, oh, yeah, let's get this straightened out. Through this pulley, down here, through this pulley, and then tie it off.
What's the name of the rope you're holding?
I don't know.
One doesn't have a name?
Yep, it has a name, I just don't know what it is.
Okay.
What's different from this boat, from other boats that I usually sail, is I usually hang on to this line. I'm not hanging on to this line here, I'm hanging it on from down here after it goes through that pulley. A little unusual for me. So one of the things that I do is I tie a rope to the center board in case it gets kind of separated or whatever, you know, if it comes out during a capsize. I run that line through here and then I tie a paddle to the other end of it because I need to use the paddle to get out on my creek. So ends up to be kind of a lot of lines hanging around here, and I should have something. It's good to have another kind of something to wrap these lines up. So I wrap these lines up.
And I'm going to back up to get a full picture of the boat now that it's all together, if I can. I'm backing away, so walking backwards with my camera here because it's such a pretty boat. So let's see if we can get most of it in there. There we go.
So I take these extra lines and attach them like with a strap to the mast just to keep them out of the way.
Zuma.
That's it.
Okay. Time to...
Yeah. Don't drag the boat across the gravel driveway. You pretty much break it down the way you put it back together and carry everything up separate. That lightens up the boat. The boat hulls is supposed to be about 130 pounds.
Okay?
Yep.
Alrighty.